my progress thus far, how I'm doing, where I'm at, and what we need to work on. Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here. Today we're gonna do like a little update on my fitness journey so far this year. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna talk about like how my consistency and whatnot. I'll say like how many days, you know, on average that I went for the month, and a little bit into measurements, basically because that was like part of my goals. If you watched my original fitness journey video, I said what my goals for this year were, and so we're just gonna get into that. In January, I was at 109, and the goal was to gain 10 pounds, which would put me at 119. But I kind of like tweaked that goal because I don't like odd numbers, so I might as well just, you know, jump it to 120. So it's at 109, and the other goal I believe was to grow my butt by another 2 inches, if I'm not mistaken. And so in January I was at 36.5 inches. So I did really well this month in terms of like the amount of times I went to the gym. So the goal was to go at least 3 times a week. And let's see, first week, second week, the third week, it looks like I only went once. But it was also my son's birthday that week, so that's okay. And then, yeah, so I did really good this month actually. And I also put that I wanted to gain 1 more pound, and I did that. So at the end of the month, I was at 110. February 15th, I did measurements again. And I don't just measure my butt, like I do thighs, arms, calves, or whatever. But for the sake of just of whatever my goals were from my other video, we're just gonna talk about my butt measurements, I guess. Anyways, so February 15th, I weighed 111. And my butt measured 37 inches. And then again, I did really well this month too with being consistent. Let's see, 2 this week. Oh, I did not go that week, but that's okay because then we kind of made up for the next week. And I went 4 times and then 3 times. Okay, so yeah, so again this month I did really well. I had gained more weight and went pretty consistently. Let's see. I kind of like it. It looks funny. And okay, so I have this planner, right? And in the planner, I like literally draw like a little weight to say that I went to the gym for that day. So let's see, March 4 times, 3 times. Didn't go that week, and then 1 time. I think this is where like I got a little inconsistent for a while there. It was like towards the end of March, because like the beginning of March we're at. Okay, so I did measurements again March 9th, and I weighed 112.5. I was almost like my peak weight right here, and I was so proud. And I got to 37 1/4 of an inch. Yes, I do 4ths. I'll even do 8ths, okay? And I was very consistent like the first half of the month. I did really well, even going 4 times the 1 week. And then towards the end of the month, this is kind of where like I think we had like a lapse, if you will, in going to the gym. I like was really inconsistent for a couple months there, and this is when it started, was towards like the end of March. I didn't do measurements again until June. April, again, I see like I barely even went. I went like 3 times in April, and that was it. So the month of April, I really did not even go. March or April, maybe both months, I think I was sick, like back to back at some point with the kids. And so that was one of the reasons that I didn't go. And I kind of think I felt like, I don't know, like down in the dumps, unmotivated. I didn't feel like going. Was it March or May? I can't remember when, but I started taking a Zumba class, and I love that class, okay? It's a really good workout for one, towards like the middle of the class, because the class is like an hour long, right? I'm already like sweating, I'm like tired, trying to catch my breath and whatnot. The few times that I think I did go to the gym, it was to go to Zumba. Yeah, Monday, Thursday, because those classes are Mondays and Thursdays. and I don't always go Monday and Thursday, but I try to go at least once a week because I honestly, I really love the class. I love to dance, so it's perfect because it's a really good workout. It's such good for like cardio because I'm not a runner. I don't like to run. So like just me running on a treadmill for like 30 minutes, an hour, it's not for me. For those of you who do it and can do it, marvelous. It's wonderful for you. It's not for me. Zumba is what I do instead for my cardio because I know at first I was saying that I didn't really care too much for cardio, but eventually after gaining like a few more pounds, I was like, you know what? I think I should incorporate at least some cardio because I don't want all the weight to turn into fat, or obviously like all of it won't, but like I don't really want to add fat. If anything, I want to like tone the tummy area a little bit more. Back to being on top. In May, I decided that using the lack of motivation was not an excuse to not go to the gym. At this point, it was like, you just need to be disciplined enough to go, you know? Because a lot of the times, I don't want to go. Like I went to the gym today, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But there's this Instagram influencer that I follow, and one of her big things was to start your day by getting dressed because it just totally changes things. And it's really hard to explain like how it changes things. It just does. It works, okay? So get your butt up and get dressed, if anything. Like you don't have to put like a full face of makeup on, you don't do your hair, just get dressed. It like, I feel like it kind of like helps you feel like ready to take on the day. What I started doing was actually, instead of like putting on an outfit or whatever for the day, I started putting on gym clothes. One, I find it like really comfortable to be in gym clothes, and if I'm gonna end up like doing a bunch of chores around the house and whatnot, then I'm still like, you know, I'm able to move around, I'm comfortable, whatever, I'll get it done more often than not when I am in the gym clothes. And also me planning it. I wasn't really putting in like, oh, go to the gym today into my planner. And I don't always do it, but like sometimes I will. I'll write gym on there, Zumba, you know, today I'm gonna go to Zumba or whatever. And it helps. Cause like, I don't know, for me to write it down and say I'm gonna do something, I'm more likely to do it. And like I said, getting ready, you know, to be ready to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, okay, well, now I have to get ready, I have to change, and then I have to go, blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like getting ready, you know what I mean? Like, so instead of having all of that, it's just, okay, I just put my gym clothes on, and so when it's time to be like, okay, should I go to the gym or not? And I'm like, well, I'm already dressed, so I might as well go, you know? I hear so much times that people will say that they're not motivated. And someone even asked me today, like, how do you find the motivation? And I'm like, girl, I don't. I don't have motivation a lot of the time, you know? Sometimes it is like, well, yeah, I want to be fit, I want my butt to get bigger, I want to gain weight or whatever. But sometimes that's not even enough. Sometimes it's really just, you have to be disciplined to do it. So May, we started getting better. Then last month in June, I had like some weeks that I was pretty consistent and some not, but we did go to the pool a lot. Like almost every week, we were going every other day. Yeah, so June, I kind of like, I don't know, slowly started going more and more each week. But yeah, like I said, we did go swimming a lot, and we did have like a bunch going on this month actually. So I'm not too mad about like my progress here. I'm not too mad about that. Okay, so after like falling off March, May or whatever, and kind of like slowly getting better in June, my weight, I think for a while stayed at like 112. I did not get my weight in June, but June 21st, I did measure the booty again, and that was at 37. So I did lose 1/4 of an inch there. I've been forgetting to put it in for this month, but I know for a fact this month I've been going at least 3 times out of the week. And it looks like my measurements, for the most part, have stayed the same even from like March. So only with like slight differences and whatnot. My weight is at 110 now, but is at 37 inches. It looks like my goals are still pretty much the same. So, you know, I still want to gain another 10 pounds. We had gained 3 and then lost the 2 or whatever. But I guess I had changed my goal. Instead of just gaining 10, it was to gain 11. And now I'm rambling. But anyhow, so the goal is to get to 120, and I did gain ½ inch on the booty so far, so 1.5 inches. Let's see, I do want to actually like tone up my tummy area. I don't really want to do like a 6-pack or nothing like that because your girl likes food too much. So, but I do want to like at least like tone it up a little bit. Trying to stick to working out 3 times a week, ideally 4, but I just feel like I'm more consistent that way. Like I don't beat myself up for it. Like 5 times a week just sounds like too much, and sometimes I just don't have time for it, or maybe I have plans. So like my progress isn't where I would like it to be, but it's not like as bad as it could be, I guess. So because like I didn't go to the gym for a little while there, or at least not consistently go, like I did go like once a week for a little bit there or something like that, I am glad that I didn't lose all of my progress. I've been devastated. It's at least like somewhat the same. Obviously there's still a lot of progress to be made and whatnot. Now we know, like we've learned, you know, we've learned not to use, you know, lack of motivation as a reason or as a crutch not to go. We know now we just have to be disciplined, and we just sometimes just have to just do it, just go, or just even be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're already ready to go, you're more likely to go. So that's literally been one of the biggest things for me, is being ready to go. And I feel like I've gone so much more often because of that. So like today, I didn't want to go. I'm like, man, I'm feeling really lazy today. I don't feel like going, but I was already dressed in my gym clothes, you know, ready to go to the gym. So I put my kid down for his nap, and I was like, okay, let's just go. Without really like putting much more thought to it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the gym now. And that helps, just to be like on a whim. Okay, let's just go. We're ready to go. You know, got my headphones, got my water, and just went. And I did my workout, and I had a pretty decent workout. I've also had like moments where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to go, but like I just go. I'm like, instead of, you know, doing the hour-long workout or whatever, I'm like, okay, we'll just go for like 20-30 minutes, you know? We'll go for at least a little bit, because I figure going for a little bit is better than not going at all. And sometimes like I would do just 30 minutes, but then sometimes like I would end up having a really, really good workout that I would end up doing like, you know, 45 minutes to an hour or whatever, or even longer. So you know what, like just go. Just go. I am working on being a little bit more consistent with my videos here and whatnot. So if you have like ideas or certain things that you really like to see, or certain things that you would really like to see, be sure to go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you guys want to see more like snack videos or I don't know, workout videos, I'm still trying to like work the courage, but if you guys are asking for them, I'll get it done, okay? Promise. Or like, you know, more try-on hauls and stuff like that. I know some of you have said you really like those, so we'll do more, promise. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Until next time.